Challenging conditions at Murrayfield earlier this week saw Scotland's under-20 squad take on the aptly named Melrose Storm at their penultimate camp before kick-off in the Six Nations.
Guess who just got back today? Them wild-eyed boys that had been away haven't changed, had much to say, but man, I still think them cats are crazy. They were asking if you were around, how you was, where you could be found. Told them you were living downtown, driving all the old men crazy. The boys are back in town, the boys are back in town. I said, the boys are back in town, the boys are back in town.
Yeah, it's been really enjoyable. We had a game on the Tuesday night against a Melrose first-second team. It was really valuable for the players, putting into practice what we've worked on, a bit more intensity this week. Players were a little bit tighter on the last day of the camp, so they've been fitness tested this morning as well. So effort's been fantastic. Really impressed with their effort. You know, these guys are desperate to be involved in the Six Nations squad. That's what you want. You want a competition, and there are some areas that are stronger than others, but you know, you can't fault the effort of the players, and you know, we've got to whittle it down to 26 for the last camp, so that's going to be a tough job for myself and the fellow coaches to sift through it over the next few days.
And how have you seen them change since the first camp in October?
They're starting to understand the level of intensity. They all come from different backgrounds. Some are EDP, some are club players, some are at college. So I was trying to mould them into understanding that the level of intensity at international rugby, no matter what age grade it is huge. It's a massive step up. So, and it's not just being able to do it for 5 minutes; it's being able to do it for 80. So that's been interesting and challenging for the players. Put them in certain situations and see how they adapt. And there's certainly no want there. They definitely want to get stuck in. It's sometimes the body just gives up a bit because they're not used to it. They haven't been drilled into playing at that level of intensity, but that's what we've got to get them to before we play against Ireland, because as we know, Ireland are a fairly aggressive team who have a fairly good system underneath that really drills them well.
And the game on Tuesday night, was that a profitable experience for everybody?
Yeah, it was 22-5 to us, but you know, it's not about the result. It was more to do with just performances, and we're looking at combinations, and there are a few guys, unfortunately, because of the bomb scare at Edinburgh Airport, didn't make it up, so we didn't get a couple of combinations going that would have liked to, but that was good, and we saw a lot of talent there. Young Buck and Richardson came up from London and scored 2 tries and looked the part in the back row, so that's what we, you know, looking, there's opportunities there for players, and you know, our role with the under-20s is to ID and then develop players and promote them to the next level, either at EDP or with the pro team. So you know, I'm excited. There's some good players here.
And the next camp, the last camp before the Six Nations, what does that sort of take the form of?
It's another 4-day camp, so next week we'll have a look and go back over things with the coaches and select and bring the guys that haven't made it, just to chat through how they can still part of it. I think that's really important as well. Don't just leave them out in the cold. The next camp we play against the club international team on the Wednesday night, so the Monday and Tuesday again. It's tough. It's 2 full-on tough days. Wednesday we head down to Gala. We're playing at Netherdale on Wednesday night, so that'll be a cracker. We had a great game against them last year through at Ayr. That'll be a real test for our guys. You know, you've got some older, seasoned club players who are very good players, and who one of the biggest differences is the communication levels. You know, you can see they talk a lot, where our guys are still a lot of very quiet youngsters there. So we need to promote that and let them express themselves. Yeah, that's a really good test for us, and then we'll review it on the Thursday, and then we're back into camp on the Sunday for that away game against Ireland the following Friday.
And what are you expecting from the Irish team? Do you know much about them?
Yeah. Mike Ruddock's been there a while now as the head coach, and he's done a great job. You know, they, as I say, their youth system's pretty strong, you know, through the clubs and the schools. You know, they're pretty hardy lads. They're very tough, aggressive. They play a certain way, which we've had a good look at, and so we need to make sure that we don't just fall into the trap of trying to play in certain areas. But we have to match them physically, and definitely be a bit cleverer in where we play, but also how we play. But it's always a cracking game against them. We had a great win, our first win against them for a long time last year. It was a really tight game. came down to a conversion at the end, which we managed to kick. So we know it's going to be very, very tough, and they'll want to get one back on us. So looking forward to it. This is what it's about, and these guys will be very excited about representing Scotland.